Welcome back to the greatest cities of sports. This is episode 4 or year 4 if you're just watching the supercut to 2028. Coming off of one of the best seasons we're ever going to see, I think, in greatest cities of sports. I feel like I said that in the last video and then wasn't expecting to have this happen again in this rebuild. But what we're looking at this year, if you have not watched the other one, I guess go back and watch episode 3 first, so I'm not spoiling anything for you. But we are coming off of 3 titles in the same exact year, and that's going to put us in a position to compete again, because with all 3 teams that we won the titles with, we're going to be able to maintain the same roster. Really, the window is still wide open. Now, I do think that there was some luck involved to get there, but we have a good shot of winning him all again. And so it's weird because the expectations are now, World Series or bust, NBA Championship or bust, Super Bowl or bust, because that's the bar that has been set now here in Wisconsin. And I don't know if we're going to be able to match that. And, somebody's going to fall apart. Somebody's going to be a disappointment. I guess then there's the Badgers, too, who don't have a quarterback, but do have a phenomenal defense. Maybe they'll be able to compete, too. I doubt it on that end. Not having a QB hurts a lot. So we'll see what we can do this year. Now, for year 4, just a reminder, whenever I get to a year 4, we are no longer doing scouting in Major League Baseball, in college football, in really any of them. We'll still do, NFL drafts and all that, because that's really the only sport where a first-year draft pick can end up being a contributor on a championship contending team. In this one, I'm not going to have really anything that's going to contribute to a championship contender. So we're not going to do any scouting. Basically, the guys that we have in our system, our prospects that we have in our system in Major League Baseball, this is the guys that we have. This is the core that we're going to be rolling with. This is the team that we have, and maybe we'll trade some of them this year. I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to see some of them play. I think the big one we're going to be able to see play is Willie Valbuena this year, who is going to need to be a star. Maybe we'll get another Rookie of the Year, back-to-back years after Made got one. And then I think in, the NBA, maybe we'll see some more production from Braden Burry, some of our draft picks there. And in the NFL, honestly, I haven't drafted that well. Matt Bartow has been good, and I think that Blake Miller could end up being a left guard for us now that Aaron Banks is gone. But besides all of that, really, the position we're in is let's contend. Youth doesn't really matter. We kind of got to go all in because, the teams are aging, and budgets are going to hit us hard soon. So let's see what we can do. 2028, can we repeat as World Series champions in Milwaukee? 1 month into the season, Yelich already has 10 home runs on the year, which is great because honestly, the offense has not been super productive, but we're still a really good team, I think. The one things I'm seeing is Frelick's not hitting over 300, Terang's not hitting over 300, and Contreras isn't hitting over 300, which is a little bit different, and I'm seeing another bad season from Churio, and now Made's down to this, but nevertheless, I am excited as we are 26-9 after the first month of baseball. I'm going to guess our offense woke up because we just won 15 straight. Can we make it 16? Can we make it 17? Okay, whatever. We cannot. 16 in a row, though, for us as we end up going up to 46-12 before the end of May. Look at Freddie right now. Look at Beebs. Look at Myers. Look at Means. What a pitching staff we have right now. Even Woodruff, who is regressing, is still pitching well. What a season we're having from the pitching staff right now. We have a team ERA of 2.27. Whoa. I feel like I jinxed him, though, because Woody just separated his shoulder. He's going to be out for 2 to 3 months. We'll see who we can replace him with. I think it's going to have to be Gasser. Mizorowski's not necessarily that good. And so right before the NBA draft, we're sitting with a 2.69 average and a 2.64 ERA, 57-21. I do think we're going to regress a little bit. That was a crazy start to the season. You can see we're 5-5 in our last 10. And there's a good chance we'll kind of bounce back down to where some of these other teams are at, I think. But we've just had such a good pitching start. The Marlins are leading the East. Okay. That I think we're going to be in a good spot to maybe get a Cy Young out of like a Peralta or a Bieber this year. At this point, he's currently second in the race behind Skubal, who, wow, 206 with 97 strikeouts. We might have another shootout, I guess, for the Cy Young. Oh, we have the 3rd pick. One of those trades we made earlier in the rebuild ended up, I think what it was last year is we had the Philly pick, and it must have had a top 10 protection, or I think we traded for a top 10 protected, and then because that didn't convey, now we get it unprotected this year. So we have the 3rd overall pick in the draft. I don't know if I'll use it. I might trade it for something, but that's a great way to get a little bit younger in the core. I mean, there's a definitive number 1 overall pick in this class. That is Bob Fisher. So I think that's, if he's there at 300%, I'm going to wait in the draft and wait till pick 3. I think if he's not there, Will Caffey is somebody who I could take, but he's also projected to go 36th. And so I might be able to trade down, or like, you know, I guess not trade down. I have pick 30 as well. Maybe try to get somewhere in the 20s and see if he's there. You know, we could get Will Caffey there. Otherwise, I think if Fisher's not there at 1, I don't see how any of these guys really contribute to a contending NBA Finals team. Yeah, the Nets took Bob Fisher. That makes sense. We'll see what we can do at 3. I sat here for about 20 minutes looking for good trade possible matches for this 3rd overall pick. I think the actual best deal I saw was I could have gotten Walker Kessler and I think Colin Sexton. There was also a deal for Jalen Green on the table. But no matter what I looked at it, I felt like no matter in every single deal that I was looking at, it would kind of regress from what the point of this team is, which is pure defense and 3-point shooting surrounding Giannis. And so I think DeAndre Hunter is the perfect guy. This is the best deal because I think with Todd Pettiford, we're not really losing much by losing him. Maybe he'll be good next year, but in that case, he would be a backup point guard. And so I could just have Burries be a backup point guard and then have Hunter play the 2. Or, you know, we play a massive lineup, essentially, with this one. We're going to get rid of pick 3, and we are going to get DeAndre Hunter. And just take advantage of the fact that we got a pick in the deal at all, and now we are going to get a good wing defender in the deal. And so then I moved 30 around with some of the kind of low-tier contracts that we have to get the Will Caffey guy that I wanted anyways in the draft. So I got the guy I wanted in the draft and also got DeAndre Hunter on top of that. Will Caffey will never play, but maybe he'll develop and be like an 80 overall next year. I don't know. Somehow Giannis went up after, you know, coming back from everybody went up. Yeah, we have the deepest team I've ever seen. I have too many guys. Man, what I would do to have cap space. Basically, we did this with cap space. That's how we did this. We got free agent signings. We picked up guys, turned them into something just by giving them minutes. What a team. What a team. So this year, we're going to be going Yaka Jonas, Burries, Hunter, Murray, and Giannis with Herb Jones, Naz Reid. I got Christian Brown because I had 16 guys, so I just combined 2 into 1. Got Christian Brown, Patrick Williams, and Lonzo Ball, with Will Caffey not getting any minutes, Aaron Nesmith not getting any minutes, Adam Bono getting no minutes, Darnell Patterson getting no minutes, and Tajon Saloon not getting any minutes. What a team we have. So many assets, you just can't even compile them into things. Like, we should win. But the Spurs do exist. And so at the All-Star break, we are 67-30. We got out to such a big lead at the beginning of the season that I think we played kind of mid-baseball since then. 271, 302 ERA as we are bouncing back down to the norms. And the Pirates might be a playoff team as well this year, as well as the Cardinals. We might actually have a division where the teams are pretty good. But we are going to be leading the division at the All-Star break. When we look at our All-Stars, we have Tobias Myers as an All-Star, and Freddie Peralta is. Tobias Myers is a 192. Skeens is a 193. Yeah. Peralta is down to a 2.53, so he's not pitching to the ridiculous level he was before. But we have 2 starting pitchers as All-Stars, and Silas Tubman is an All-Star, 2.32. With the 102 whip is something. I mean, Nick Mears isn't, so that's kind of crazy to me. No All-Star for Contreras. Terang is an All-Star starter at second base. He's only hitting 253, though. I thought he needs to be hitting 300. Now, he does have 39 stolen bases, so he's obviously doing fantastic in that department. When it comes to the rest of the team, Yelich is an All-Star. He has 21 home runs right now on the season at the All-Star break. Great year for him, I guess, as he needs to be a power guy. he's the starting DH, I guess, for the NL this year. So only 2 guys in the lineup. I think the lineup's been a little weak across the board, but the pitching staff has been great in a season when a lot of teams' pitching staffs are great. I will give the CPU credit on this. This is a good-looking closer. Yeah, as it's September, we've already clinched our division. We are still just dominant, amazing pitching staff. We should easily make the playoffs. I mean, we already are going to make the playoffs. Can we get the 1 seed? That's a question if the Dodgers can make a run in the second half of this season, or if we have this, because the Marlins are leading the East. Yeah, the NL is pretty bad this year, so we should have the 1 seed. That's not good. I mean, he hasn't been great, but we're not going to have Cheerio for the postseason. Let's just say this year's schedule, they did not gift us with easy matchups. Also, no buys. So we play football for a lot of games in a row, and we had to play Oregon, Michigan, and Ohio State. We have not gotten the luck this time around. Though we are probably the best defensive team in the nation, will that matter if our quarterback can't get the ball to score points? Also, can we talk for a second how this top 25 has 5 Big Ten teams in the top 10? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 5. USC was number 3. Now they're number 7 because they lost to Oregon by 3 points. Oh no. And Ohio State at number 10. Oh wait, is there more? Oh yeah, Purdue also sitting here at 14. Like, what the... Oh, this is going to be a fun year, guys. Fun year. No pressure, Patrick Chamber. No pressure at all. You just have to carry an extremely dominant defense and hopefully be able to win games. You do not give me any confidence, man. Do I just go back to Case and Love because you don't give me any confidence. Throwing 4 picks to Utah. Thankfully, we won. But, oh my God, no confidence from you, man. I switched QBs. I'm a lot happier. Case and Love is going to be our quarterback for the rest of the year. Ohio State's already lost 2 games. Michigan's already lost a game. So, Oregon's the team again. I mean, I guess we still got to beat Ohio State and Michigan, but Oregon, yeah. It's safe to say he earned the spot. 7 touchdowns, no picks versus Teamer's 5 touchdowns and 6 picks. Better yards per attempt. His completion percentage is higher. He doesn't throw as much, but he doesn't need to because he runs a little bit more. Doesn't get sacked. I'll take it. I think we're this is the QB. I mean, look at that efficiency. Josh Jacobs is going to start the season injured with a PCL tear. So we will need to make sure we have another running back on the roster before we start because Nick Chubb retired. So that'll be something we're going to start with, just an acknowledgement before we show the roster. The reason I wanted to show you the Josh Jacobs thing is because I wanted to make sure you knew why Javonte Williams is going to be our starting running back for the first half of the season. So when we look at this team, the big things I think for the Green Bay Packers are that now with an X-Factor quarterback and an X-Factor number 1 receiver in Matthew Golden, we don't have as much depth, I think, across the board, but I'm still excited about some of the potential within the depth that we have. I think Isaiah Pruitt, being a guy that we just drafted, 99 speed receiver, could end up developing and being something. We have, I think Blake Miller will play right guard pretty well. Maybe I'll just draft one this season, and then he can take one of the tackle spots if he needs to this season. And, you know, Elton Jenkins is also going to be regressing as he's getting a little older. Defensively, Kenny Clark is a little old, but, I mean, look it. We've got 4 X factors on the defensive side, and it makes it so... I mean, I can't use all of them. I have to choose which ones can be used and which ones can't, which is dumb, but whatever. And we have so much corner depth that we have Morris here, who is our first round draft pick rookie, who has a hidden dev trait and is our corner 4. We have Peppers, corner 5, who was our second round pick last year. We have our first round corner, who's corner 6 from last year. So we have so much corner depth, and look at this Bolden safety won't play either. Like, we have a ton of depth in the secondary, something that I mean, I invested in because they didn't have a very good secondary to start, so now we do. Nate Hobbs could be gone at the end of the year. We could just say, we'll let the young guys come in and we'll play a little bit cheaper. We might have to do that in the secondary to make sure to be able to afford everybody. But looking at this year, we're looking for another hopeful NFC North division title. We are a little bit worse, I think, actually, because of the Josh Jacobs injury. So we might lose a couple games early. We have to play Tampa in week 3, who are still going to be very, very good. But I'll still expect a playoff appearance from the Green Bay Packers. The question is, can we win our division again? I think we will. And will Tampa be as dominant? Because I think they will too. So we did start the season with a loss against Detroit. We are playing Tampa Bay. I think this is a big one. We got to see it live. We just beat our former coordinator. Can we take down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, their dominant roster? We can. 17-7. It's like it doesn't matter that we're always some of the top offenses when we play each other. Neither of us can score. Also, look at all the guys I'm going to have to sign this year. Matthew Golden, Edgerrin Cooper, Xavier McKinney, Javon Ballard, Jordan Morgan, J.O.K., Evan Williams, Rashawn Gary, Josh Jacobs. Okay, those guys aren't getting re-signed. Anybody else getting re-signed? Kenny Clark's not getting re-signed. Elton Jenkins probably has to get re-signed. Okay, this is going to be a tough team to keep together. But we're going to do our best. This is why I think we have to win this year. Because the window's probably shut after now, because we're not going to have any money. And I have $1.1 million left with JOK, Evan Williams, Rashawn Gary, and Josh Jacobs still up here. So I think we're going to wait to the offseason and see which ones I'll be able to get, restructure some contracts to be able to get some more cap space. There's a very good chance we don't keep any of these guys. I kept the other ones. I think it was a big deal to make sure to keep Edge and make sure to definitely keep, McKinney and some of the big pieces, the X factors, essentially. Definitely Matthew Golden. But we're going to be going into next year, I think, with a different team. So let's see if we can win another one this year. We are 4-1, though. So that means I'm pretty confident this is still another good shot this year to win it after we beat the Broncos 35-24. And I think what's even better is knowing, hey, we don't have Josh Jacobs. We're not going to get the running game we had last year. But Jordan Love is now leading the league in passing. And I forgot, we have 2 first-round picks, so we could get a left guard potentially to fulfill that slot there. Maybe Jenkins will just go and we won't bring him back. I don't know how I'm going to fix the running back problem. I think I'm going to have to bring back Jacobs because I just don't think I'm going to be able to replace him. So maybe do that. Maybe get a wide receiver. Or 2 left guards. Just do 2 left guards and then trade for a receiver. Maybe I trade the second pick here for a wide receiver. I don't know. We could trade our picks, really. We have a lot of them. I think we're sitting on like a ton of seconds, a ton of firsts. It's why we stockpile picks in the first place. The Brewers with another 100-plus win season. We go 109-53, win our division, and take on the winner of the wild card, meaning we are the 1 seed. We have 3 awards this year. That's good to see. Delivery Man of the Year for Nick Mears, getting it on that one. Cy Young for Tobias Myers. That's a big 3-pointer. And then Rookie of the Year for Willie Valbuena. What a great season for us. Your MVP is Pete Alonso, who hit .324 with 48 home runs and 160 RBIs. No wonder we didn't end up getting a batting title. Looks like we had a great year there from Alonso. Tobias Myers, Cy Young, 21-7 with a 2.21 ERA and 139 strikeouts. The lack of strikeouts was overcame by him winning 21 games and not giving up any runs. It's kind of what we do. We get guys that don't give up runs and don't strike people out. I mean, look at his ratings. It's good walks per 9. He's an 88. I don't think that's what his potential rating is at. So what a year from him, from Tobias Myers. I also saw that we had Reliever of the Year and Rookie of the Year from Valbuena. When I look at the AL side, your MVP is Rafael Devers with the Red Sox. This will probably be the last time you'll ever see that happen. And then your Cy Young, Garrett Crochet with the Red Sox, with a 2.31 ERA and 214 strikeouts. We have some league leaders. Tobias Myers, the 2.21 ERA, he had the best winning percentage, had the most wins, and we had the most saves by Nick Mears with 55 saves on the year. When it comes to offense, Bryce Terang led the way with 65 stolen bases. We had the most runs from Bryce Terang, most walks from William Contreras, and the most WAR from William Contreras. I'm not going to count the walks, I don't think, or the WAR, but We'll count having one more league leader from Terang, so that's 3 league leaders this year. James Wood led the way with a 327 average for the Washington Nationals. Tyler Fitzgerald led in hits with 186 hits for the San Francisco Giants. Our offense has depreciated a little bit from where it was the last couple years. That's because Terang was not necessarily hitting 300 this year. We had no other leaders. Terang was one away from getting triples again, though. Home run leader was 48 for Pete Alonso, and the RBI leader, Fernando Tatis, with 117. Chourio also magically finished 5th in this, despite being injured at the end of the season and only playing 30 less games. Man, he could have had a really good year this year if he stayed healthy. Maybe next year we can have him in the MVP race. Looks like he finally put it together in 2028. Saves leader was Nick Mears with 55 saves on the year for us. Second was Justin Martinez of the Diamondbacks. ERA crown easily. Tobias Myers hit 221. Not hit 221, had a 221 ERA on the season over DJ Hers of the Nationals. Your strikeout leader was Mackenzie Gore with 224. On the AL side, Wilson Contreras led the way with a 325 average for the Minnesota Twins, playing first base. Hits leader was Nico Horner, now with the Royals with 201 hits. Bobby Witt had 198. Maybe the Royals are going to be good in this one. When we look at, they could be really good. 58 doubles from Bobby Witt. Anyways. They also have a home... Trent Grisham? Okay. Rafael Devers had 45 home runs for the Red Sox, leading the way there. And your RBIs was Soderstrom once again. Saves leader was Mason Miller with 47 saves, just over Kevin Kelly's 46. Of the Tampa Bay Rays, when it comes to ERA, Max Fried had a 209 ERA with the Yankees. What a season from him. He doesn't get a Cy Young from that? Nah, I mean, Crochet had a phenomenal year too. They got Bailey Ober? Wow. They lost McClanahan, but replaced him with Ober. Good year for Tampa, I guess. When it comes to strikeouts, Garrett Crochet led the way with 214 on the season. The game sent down Woody, who was not necessarily that great after he came back from his injury. And yeah, we kind of talked about it. He's going to be a $14 million hole in the pocket because I think he is done for here. Not a great season from him, which kind of sucks to have, but... It's what happens, I guess, when you invest in older pitchers. Sometimes they can maintain their performance, sometimes they can't. Mizorowski is bad. He's just bad. He's just not a good pitcher. And I want him to be really, really badly, but he's not. He's not a good pitcher. I'm going to trade him away in the offseason, I think. We should keep him because it feels like the correct investment to have a Milwaukee Brewers prospect be a pitcher in the rotation, but he's just not good. Robert Gasser, 4.33, wasn't that good either. Tutman, 2.64, was pretty good with a 101. Aaron Ashby, 3.16 with a 1.38, was decent. Hudson was decent. Valdo Bito was bad, 5.6 ERA on the season. Uribe, 3.53, was good. Hoeing was bad. And Nick Mears, 1.61 with a 1.01 ERA and 55 saves. What a good pickup this was for them. To pick him up, I honestly think he's been phenomenal for us. Freddie Peralta, 306 with a 115 and 178 strikeouts. He was in the Cy Young race early in the season. Didn't end up capturing it, but that's okay because we still got it. Shade Bieber, 319 with a 116 was good. 221 and 101 from Tobias Myers, who had a great year. A pitcher who, honestly, in 2024 had a great year too. So, good pitcher right there for us. And then John Means, 307 with a 113. Look at these top 4 pitchers. I almost just want to go with a 4-man rotation, I think, for the playoffs. I think that's actually what we're going to do. I don't think I'm going to bring in a 5th pitcher. I think we're going to go 4 men deep in the playoffs because these guys are so good. Surprisingly, nobody in the lineup really got sent down. I mean, Blake Perkins hits 500 in his 20 at-bats after he got called up for the Jackson Chourio injury. Ortiz, 257. Not bad from a glove first, second, shortstop. David Fry, 264 with 9 home runs and 28 RBIs. Cuero hit 233 off the bench this year. Meh, not really great, I think. Bryce Terang, 275, 17 home runs, 72 RBIs. He ended up with 172 hits. Just didn't have as good of a bat as he did last year. His OPS dropping below 800. Pavin Smith, 298, 18 home runs and 76 RBIs. Contreras, 299 with 20 home runs and 93 RBIs. Finally falls below 300 on the year, but he also didn't get as many hits because I brought up a catcher to play in Cuero. Rhys Hoskins, 276 with 22 home runs and 79 RBIs. We are not re-signing him. We'll let him walk. I think I'll just let Fry play first base, I guess. Garrett Mitchell, 244 and 6 home runs on the season. You see 222 and 8 home runs and 44 RBIs from Mate. Not as good of a year as last year. The power really disappeared this year. Yeah. He just had a lot more power last year. Just didn't get it this year. So, still was a good season. I mean, like a decent season. I can't say good, but yeah. Yeah, power was gone there. 281, 19 home runs, 73 RBIs for Sal Frelick. Willie Valbuena, 298, 21 home runs, 81 RBIs, 131 hits. He is a full-time third baseman and left fielder next year. This dude is going to be... he could be in the MVP race next year if he plays like this for a full season. Yelich, 249, 32 home runs and 160 RBIs in his age 36 season. He's still regressing, but he gets over an 800 OPS on the year and almost 2 WAR. Man, he could play another season, couldn't he? I think he can. I think we'll have Yelich for one more year. Let's see what we can do in the playoffs with our 4-man pitching rotation. Before that, I should actually go back to Chourio. We did take a quick peek at him. He did have 43 doubles and 23 home runs on the season. He was looking like he was going to put it together this year. Age 53 OPS, ends up with a 4.4 WAR. All right, age 24. That's when he's going to do it. We're going to have a really good team, I think, with Terang hopefully coming back to it next year. Chourio going to be in the race for everything. Valbuena, I'm excited for 2029's roster. I know it's going to be a little old, but these guys could be really good. We're not going to have Chourio for the playoffs. Hopefully we'll be able to do it without him. So I didn't even realize that Tampa Bay didn't make the playoffs this year. And actually, the NL East, those two teams ended up pushing in. What a kind of surprise for that. Miami and Washington advance. We don't have to see the Dodgers this year. Okay. We kind of have a weaker NL this time on our push. The question is, who's going to be coming out of the AL this time? Because we kind of walked right through them. With the Dodgers no longer being in our way, I have a lot of faith in what we can do. First, let's see what we do in Game 1. Peralta versus Jake Irvin of the Washington Nationals in Game 1. What? Doesn't matter. We won. I think they wanted to put a 5th starter in there. I'm not going to pitch the 5th starter. But we win Saturday 11-8 over the Nationals. The Badgers are going to be playing the Buckeyes. Next up, number 2 ranked Wisconsin versus Ohio State on Saturday. Right after the victory over the Nationals, can we take down Ohio State and remain undefeated on the year? And, I mean, number 2 in the Big Ten in this case, because Oregon still exists. Get a 4-star commit from a left end. But we do lose to Ohio State. It was a close one. They came back 26-25. They won. I mean, these are going to be like just low scoring games at all times because just our defense is so good that I'm expecting a lot. I mean, look, we have a guy who won Defensive Back of the Year 2 years ago. We have a guy who, I think I still have the guy who won the outside linebacker, I want to say. He's not up here. Where is he? That was the guy who had the most interceptions a couple years ago. We have Heiberger, who... Oh, he's injured. Okay, that explains it. Who won linebacker of the year the one year. So we have just a phenomenal defense. The question is if we can get that offense, and it looks like Case and Love was unable to do so against Ohio State. And on Sunday, the Packers have the San Francisco 49ers. Can we take this one to move to 5-1 on the season? With Green Bay trying to make it back to a 3rd straight Super Bowl, we win 27-19, even had a weekly award. Edge Cooper with a pick. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Josh Jacobs is back. And so Game 2 against the Nationals on Sunday night. Shane Bieber against DJ Hers in this one. We lose 2-7. We are going into Washington, need to take a game off them. Cy Young winner Tobias Myers versus Walker Buehler in Game 3. We win that one. Game 4 to advance to the NLCS. John Means versus Patrick Sandoval. We win 15-1 too. And we will be taking on the Miami Marlins in the NLCS. We lost to Ohio State. Maybe we can beat them by their enemies up the road against Michigan and not drop 2 in a row against 2 of the best teams in the Big Ten. We lost to Ohio State. Please don't lose to Michigan. Please don't lose to Michigan. I would like to be 5-star free safety commits to us too. Oh, we lost to Michigan. Oh, can we afford any other losses? I mean, maybe to Oregon. Maybe we can afford one. But losing to both Ohio State and Michigan hurts so much. Also, can we not keep having 1-point games here? We lose to Michigan by 1 point. They came back, scored 17 in the fourth, and they won in that one. Just the quarterback position is such a question mark for us. Yeah, 2 straight 1-point losses. Hopefully the committee won't hold that against us. Oregon lost, so I don't know. We pretty much got to win out. Maybe we can afford a loss to Oregon. Maybe. Well, we can go up to 6-1 if we beat the Raiders, though they are a good team. They have Max Crosby still. Let's see if we can beat them to advance to 6-1 in the season with the Green Bay Packers and maintain. Yes, 38-30. We win that one. And 4 touchdowns from Jordan Love. I also wanted to secure the services of a running back that had a couple years left on his deal, just in case I wasn't able to bring back Jacobs, or if Jacobs would retire. So Braylon Allen is going to come to Green Bay to be our 3rd string back this year, but potentially our number 1 or number 2 next year. Now, I shouldn't dismiss the Miami Marlins. They are a really good roster, even if we aren't necessarily looking at, the Dodgers or the Diamondbacks being in our way. They're more of a committee, really, really good put together team. Marsh, Cabrera, Xavier Edwards, Naylor, Stowers. I mean, this is just I'd build a team that looks like this. I mean, this is just a good team. And their pitching staff, Yuri Perez, Edward Cabrera, Braxton Garrett's in 86, Max Myers up, Thomas White's up. Tinoco is still good. They have Alexis Diaz a closer, Rodriguez. They have just a phenomenal looking bullpen and pitching staff. So do not forget, this team is good, but we should beat them. Game 1, Sunday night, after the Packers' victory over the Raiders, we should still be able to come out on top against Miami and go to another World Series. Freddie Peralta versus Yuri Perez in Game 1. We lose Game 1 to Yuri Perez. All right, never mind. We got a series. Game 2, Shane Bieber versus Cabrera. We lost both in Milwaukee. Game 3, Tobias Myers versus Braxton Garrett. We lost all 3. Oh! I guess the Marlins are the team of destiny. What? I mean, we're talking about a Marlins Athletics World Series. It still would be great for baseball. But what a shock for us to get swept by the Marlins. The Marlins defeat the A's in the 2028 World Series. And they did it in 7. And they won 2-0 in Game 7. I actually want to look at this box score because that means that it was how batted in the 9th. They had a lot. Can I look at the daily view, I feel like? So I basically had to do this. I don't like that this game doesn't just give me the box score along the top. I feel like that should be easy. Just put the box score on the top of the screen with the rest of everything. I don't know why that's not in MLB 25. Anyways, looks like the A's blew this in the 10th. What a Game 7 of a World Series that would be. To have Mason Miller, one of the best closers in baseball, blow it in the 10th of a Game 7 of a World Series. Wow. World Series MVP was Oswaldo Cabrera of the Marlins. How much do you bet they dismantle this team next season? Postseason MVP also Oswaldo Cabrera, and Jacob Wilson had it on the AL side. And we lost to Indiana? Okay. Maybe it's not going to be our year. Wisconsin is... I don't think they're going to make it. They'd have to probably beat Oregon to have a shot. Okay. Well, Wisconsin fans will at least be able to go and say, hey, Packers could go for another Super Bowl. And we have Giannis, who... If he gets a 4th MVP, potentially a 3rd championship this year, starting to ask where he ranks top 10 all time. Where would you put him if he were to do that? Now, we had to beat Wembanyama, so that's the big question. To me, the Spurs are the only team I'm worried about. And I think the best part about it is we don't actually have to have him do everything this season because we built a pretty good core around him. Jakob Jonas is now a pretty respectable guy. We've got Burries there, Hunter. I mean, we have depth, like beyond depth on this team. So we're in just a beautiful position to win, and we're running like a 10-man rotation. Like, we don't need to run a whole lot. He doesn't have to play 40 minutes a game, so he's not gonna. And so could we get an MVP for him? I think there's also a shot he doesn't get it because he just doesn't play enough. So we'll see how it goes. I think, once again, everything is going to depend on the Spurs, who do have Wembanyama and Cooper Flag. And they do look like they have some injuries. I don't know how they got Jared McCain, or Ron Holland. Gotta hate how this team just can get everything they want. Okay, at the not All-Star break, at the bye week that we have on week 10, we are 8-1. We have Tampa at 7-2. Eagles are 8-1. So it's still going to be a race between them, and we'll see what we can do, I guess, offensively. Looks like Edge is doing well in tackles. I wonder if he can get some picks. And Jordan Love leading in passing, and I think he's going to have to continue that for the rest of this season for us to really have a shot. Not saying that, but like a shot at an award, I guess, because I don't think we're going to get a Defensive Player of the Year for Edge at any point, just because Hutchinson and Crosby have been really, really good in this. And so right now, I mean, we're one of the best teams. We're the #1 passing offense. We're 6th in defense, 6th in total offense, and we'll see if we can continue this. I don't know if we're going to go 16-1 again, but I definitely think we have a shot of going for a, we're going to win. We can win the NFC. It's just us, Eagles, or Tampa, essentially. This right here is a big game for us. I think if we can beat the Chiefs, then we're probably going to be able to maintain the spot as the #1 team in the NFC. Tampa has fallen off a little bit from where they were the last year, but Philly and Washington are near the top. Detroit is right behind us in the race. So the #1 seed, I think, is this. We don't have really many tough games left. We have Minnesota, which, I mean, we did lose to, but I think if we could beat the Chiefs, we're looking at potentially a 15-2 season. Nah, maybe 14-3. So I think our season comes down to this game against Oregon. If we win, I think we have a shot. If we lose, we're not making the college football playoff. So against Oregon here, can we take the victory? Can we get enough offense from our quarterback position? We do get a 4-star commit in Alex Robinson from Cleveland, but with a lot of those not committing and going to other schools, I have my doubts. Oh, we beat Oregon. Okay, never mind. Finally, it's us who wins a close one, 41-36. We forced 2 picks by Chio. Love threw for 1 pick, but whatever. He had 4 touchdowns. So we end up getting out of it, I think. And a lot of this has been, I think, that Braden Keel has been a great running back for us this season. So let's see if we can maintain. We have to beat UTSA in Minnesota, and then I doubt we'll be in the Big Ten championship game. What is this college football playoffs before the bowl games? We're not in a Big Ten championship game, as expected. So is it Michigan and Rutgers? Wow, it really is. Michigan and Rutgers. And the SEC championship game is Georgia and Vanderbilt. Kind of rooting for Vanderbilt in this one. Okay, go Rutgers. AJ Suris, quarterback of Rutgers, wins the Heisman Trophy Award on the year. Do we have any award winners? We do not. We are playing in the college football playoff, though, against Tulane. So quarterback is still a problem, I think. 29-10 on 2,900 yards for Case and Love. He was better than Teamer, and I just don't know, man. I don't know. Can I get like a 4-star transfer quarterback from some bad school next year, please? Because I don't see how else we really compete unless these guys magically develop. Rushing, 678 and 9 for Braden Keel. Maybe just move him back over to quarterback. We did get 886 and 9 from Zamarian Lang, 827 and 9 from Grant Simonson. There, we didn't get a big game. I was hoping that we'd see, tight end of the year on the board, but 691 and 4 for Ellington's not going to be enough. And Putasi, 734 and 3. Was okay. Defensively, 74 tackles for Coco Bibbs. Look at the TFLs for Dylan Johnson. who ends up with 9.5 sacks. Morris Awesome with 8, 6 for Russell Denson, 6 for Willer. Heiberger ended up with 4 after missing the first half of the season. Interception leader, we did have 4 from Taylor Medina, so decent defensive year. Passing leader was Roman Gagliano of Middle Tennessee, who had 4,200 yards and 35 touchdowns. Touchdown leader was Femi Fakapuna from Vanderbilt. Sounds like a slur. From Vanderbilt with 43 touchdowns on the season. When it comes to rushing, your leader was Duncan Brune from Ohio with 1201 and 7 touchdowns. Touchdown leader was Derek Shoemaker from Oregon State with 14. Receiving leaders, 1620 from Barry Volk on the year, led the way from Middle Tennessee. Looks like they had a really dominant passing attack. And 17 touchdowns tied between Emmanuel Sermon, Elijah Jones, and LaTroy Combs led the way in receiving touchdowns. When it comes to defensive stats, your leader, I guess, Terrell Duke, technically, 102. Sacks leader, Brent Washington, probably not. Interceptions leader, James Chenal. Let's just look at the Big Ten comparatively. Tackle leader in the Big Ten, Cameron Lindsay with 89. Sacks leader in the Big Ten, George O'Malley of Oregon had 14.5. Interception leader, 6 from Teddy Draft at Michigan. So, we had a good year, but no leaders again. This might be the ugliest looking college football playoff bracket I've ever seen. What is this? Vanderbilt beat Georgia? The only SEC team is Vanderbilt? What is wrong? And at the end of the NFL season, we win the NFC, having the bye once again. We go 14-3 on the year. Tied with the Eagles. Looks like the Bucks went down to 12-5. Washington's good. Detroit is good. Okay, this is gonna be a good playoffs. I think it's a top-heavy division again in the NFC. Jordan Love, 5,157 yards, 43 touchdowns, and 12 picks. I guess one thing I should note is I changed the scheme for this year, knowing I wasn't going to have Josh Jacobs, so I moved to a more pass-heavy scheme, and that's why we passed a little bit more. Jacobs still had 982 and 18 touchdowns in 13 games, so he could have still led the league in rushing had he ended up playing. I'll look at the average per game to see if he led that across the board. Love ended up with 1 touchdown in the year, though, so I don't think he's going to get an MVP from that. Receiving leaders, whoa, Matthew Golden, 1672 and 16 touchdowns on the year. We also had 1173 and 7 from Reed, and 972 and 11 from De'Ami Brown. 7 touchdowns from Kraft, another touchdown and 323 yards from Jacobs. Okay, what a great year offensively. Defensively, 124 tackles for JOK, 120 from Edge. We ended up with Rashawn Gary had 9.5 sacks, JOK with 4, 3.5 from Van Ness. We just don't get sacks. And interceptions are down because Edge didn't lead the league in interceptions this year. Matt Bartow with 3, JOK with 2, Edge had 2, McKinney had 2. So, not actually that good of a year defensively for us. League leader in passing yards is Jordan Love with 5,157 yards. Over second place is JJ McCarthy with 4,900 yards. I don't even think they made the playoffs. Makes sense. I guess they just slung the ball down the field all season. Touchdown leader was Patrick Mahomes, who beat us by 1 touchdown. Oh, we almost could have had 2 points for Jordan Love there. Mahomes with 44 and 11 on the season. When it looks at rushing, didn't lead. Genty gets to have the lead because of Jacobs not having a full season. He wouldn't have gotten it anyways. I see the average per game is a little higher, 78 for him. Jacobs at 75.5. So Jacobs wouldn't have got it anyways, but still great season from Josh Jacobs for coming off of the injury. And Ashton Genty, 1326 touchdown leader. Oh, well, that's the offensive. That might be MVP. Lamar Jackson had 22 rushing touchdowns. I mean, Jacobs had 18. Fantastic season, really. Ends up not being able to get the touchdown lead because Lamar Jackson exists. That's MVP. He's going to be the MVP. Receiving leader, 1672 for Matthew Golden, leading the way over Ladd McConkey, 1631. Touchdown leader receiving, Ladd McConkey with 17, Josh Downs had 17, and Kayshon Boutte had 17. Golden 1 short on that. Defensively, Leader in tackles is Omar Spates of the Rams with 140 tackles. Your sacks leader, 26 from Hutchinson. That's 28 last year, 26 this year. It's another DPOY probably in the bag for him. And Derek Stingley led the way in interceptions with 8. If we're looking at chalk, I mean, this is going to be a crazy playoffs. I'm going to guess we're going to play the Commanders in our first round. The Eagles, I mean, dude, could we get another NFC matchup with the Bucks? Maybe. They're on the opposite side of the bracket. If they win, we wouldn't play them. So, let's see what happens. Let's see who we're going to play next week. We're going to do that before we watch the next 2 games of the college football playoffs. The Bucks are unable to make it 4 NFC Championship games in a row. They lose to Detroit. We are going to be taking on the Lions in the divisional round. Eagles and Commanders on the other side. In the AFC divisional, it's Bills and Chiefs and Ravens and Colts. We'll see if we can beat the Lions, but first, let's go see if Wisconsin can take down Tulane. So our first matchup of the playoffs, we are taking on the Tulane Green Wave. Can we advance to the next round? Let's just see, please let us advance. I mean, Tulane hasn't really gotten a shot because I think we beat them last year. No, we lose this time. Tulane's going to take us down. We will not be advancing in the 1917. We won't be. What is this playoffs? Oh, why couldn't I be in this? Man, if we beat Tulane, there's no way we don't beat Rutgers and then Buffalo and Eastern Carolina. I mean, come on. What a year to not have a quarterback. This is a dream lineup of a season. I mean, I guess the best 2 teams are probably Kansas State and Arizona State because they did face off in the Big 12 championship game. Or maybe I'm underrating Vanderbilt. I don't know. And you're telling me we could have had Buffalo? Buffalo. Why do we have to lose to Tulane? I need to go back to this box score. Did we just have no offense again? Just no offense again. We just don't have a quarterback. Are we going to have one next year? I doubt it. What? This was the year. This was the year. There's no way. There's no way this wasn't the year for us to win this. What happened? As we take on Detroit, we are going to have a run of 3 NFL games if we end up winning these. We're the best offense in the league. They're the best defense in the league. That's just how it goes. So, can we win this one in advance? Please, no more miracles. I have seen too many miracles so far this season in 2028. No more miracles. Let us... Okay, all right. We win. It's like, let the chalk happen. Let the chalk happen. We win 30-24. Jordan Love threw for 415 and 3 touchdowns and had a rushing touchdown on the day. I also see Lamar Jackson, so the Ravens must have won too. Okay, so Commanders in the NFC Championship game, they beat the Eagles 31-21. We beat the Lions 30-24. Bills beat the Chiefs 31-25, and the Ravens beat the Colts 34-28. So we will be going to the Super Bowl if we end up winning this one. Let's please beat Jaden Daniels and the Commanders and see if we have a shot to go to 3 straight Super Bowls. Welcome to our 3rd straight NFC title game, Jordan Love versus Jaden Daniels. Can we take down the Washington Commanders and Deebo Samuel with Matthew Golden and the powerful passing attack of the Green Bay Packers? Oh, it's also a snow game here in Green Bay. Okay, all right. Good thing is we do have a running game, so even if it is cold, I mean, we're going to benefit from it over Washington. They're not necessarily a Southern team, but still. We have a snowy NFC title game here against Dan Quinn and the Commanders, and let's see if we can take advantage of the cold weather to give ourselves a chance to go back to the 3rd straight Super Bowl. Okay. Bear with me. I am going to not call out yardage markers because I can't see them. So we're just going to go with it. I cannot see them. I don't know where we are on the field. It is very snowy, but a pick by Edge Cooper's going to give us the ball on the 25. Never mind. The pick by Marshawn Lattimore is going to give them the ball in the 37. So 2 interceptions start the game. Jaden Daniels gets sacked for 7 yards for a 3rd and 10. Another sack by Kenny Clark. What the hell is this game to start off? In the first 5 plays, we had an interception, and 2 sacks by Kenny Clark. All right. And then 2 deep 40 yards. What the hell? What's going on? I don't understand. Okay. All right. We're up 7-0. And they get a bomb to Samuel. Daniels gets a 7-yard rush. 20. Okay. What? So it's either going to be defense or offense. What are we getting here? I guess offense now. 1st and goal. Touchdown. 2-yard rush by Romeo Dubs. They have a wide receiver in the backfield. An old wide receiver of ours, in fact. Josh Jacobs gets 9 yards. Brown gets 5. Incomplete for Love. 1st and 10 for Reed. Let's march. Come on. We have Golden. We have Reed. We have Jacobs. We've been here before. 27-yard touchdown for Jaden Reed. Washington hasn't been here. I don't even know if they've really made the playoffs since we've started this. They've kind of just been, I think, on the edge of it. And that's kind of put us in that spot. We are going to end the first quarter up 14-7. And so I feel like they just kind of teleported there. Kenny Clark gets his 3rd sack in the day to make it 3rd and 10. They're going to have to kick the field goal. And they do make it with Jake Bates to make it 14-10. But really, I mean, we have experience. I guess Jacobs is a little bit less. He didn't play last year, but he did get the first one. And so we've held on to the same team this whole time. So we're really looking at a playoff team with experience that's been to maybe 3 straight Super Bowls. I almost said it, but I think we might be able to get there. Look at our offense. 21-10 right now. Pass drop by Brandon Coleman. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. Okay, they do get nope. They're going to punt it. They didn't get the first down. AJ Green did not get it. Wrong AJ Green, if you're thinking about it. Javonte Williams, 4 yards, incomplete. I think we're going to punt the ball right back to them, though. So, 6 minutes left in the second. We're up by 11 points here, 21-10, as they're going to move the ball slowly down the field. And they have an interesting team, it looks like. They're running with Allgeier. They've been running with Daniels. They've been throwing picks to Edger and Cooper because he's amazing. We love him. 7-yard rush by Jordan Love. 2nd and 3. 1st and 10 after the pass to Matthew Golden. After the 2-minute warning, we get another pick. Matthew. Okay. All right. You know, Edge gets a pick. Lattimore gets a pick. Edge gets a pick. Lattimore gets a pick. I'm surprised Lattimore's still playing. 23-yard line, 33 seconds left. They have the chance to score. Romeo Dubs gets 14 yards to get them to the 9. And a 9-yard touchdown to Deebo Samuel with 17 seconds left is going to make it 21-17. The interception to Lattimore is going to give them a really good opportunity here. We only rush with Matthew Golden. So 21-17 at half. They've got 2 picks. We've got 2 picks, and I think that's been the big factor. I thought that, I mean, really, if we score after the Edge interception, that's a big difference. That's a huge swing. It's basically a 14-point swing from going up 28-10 to now it's 21-17 here in the third, but we're marching down the field. 1st and goal on the 9, -3 yards though for Josh Jacobs, but Tucker Kraft makes up for it, gets to the 3, incomplete. 4th and goal. I think we're going to take the field goal here. We do. Younghoe Koo gets the field goal. We are back up 24-17. So Dubs for 11, Dubs for 13. Allgeier gets a 4-yard rush, another 6-yard rush for Allgeier. We are technically, I think, still in a good shape. I wonder if we can get the stop. 2-yard rush for Daniels. They're going to kick the field goal. No, they ran for it. They went for it on 4th. We're unable to get it, so they don't score. We still have the score lead. Sack by Tony Adams makes it 3rd and 14, but a big pass to De'Ami Brown makes it 1st down on the 49. Down to the 50. We'll end the third on the 47 on 3rd and 7, as it's now nighttime and snowing. You can see the lights just went dark here. 4-yard rush now. 4th and 2. We kick it. We punt the ball off. 14 minutes left here. Deebo Samuel under the lights in the snow. 3rd and 3. 1st and 10 for Terry McLaurin. McDaniels throws it away. 12 minutes left in this one. They get a 2-yard rush from a fullback. 5-yard rush makes it 4th and 3. They're going to punt it. No, Bullard gets a penalty. Okay, never mind. We get the ball back. So there must have been a touching, something like that. They did punt the ball to us, but we end up getting the ball back anyways. So a penalty on us after to probably push us back a little bit. But we're going to start moving the ball slowly down the field. Josh Jacobs running it in the snow. Incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10. 3rd and 3 after the 7-yard rush for Jacobs. Sacked by Deshaun Womack's going to make it 4th and 13. We're going to have to punt the ball right back to them. So we're not putting it away. We have not been able to put it away. Down to the 3. Down to the 1 after 2 negative rushes. They get a 5-yard rush to get out of it. They're going to have to punt on 4th and 11. They do. We get the ball back on the 33. 5-yard rush for Javonte Williams. 6-yard catch by Matthew Golden. If we score here, it's probably over. Down to the 18-yard line. Touchdown, De'Ami Brown. We are going to go up 2 touchdowns with 2.5 minutes left in the NFC title game here under the lights in the snow. Romeo Doubs gets a big catch. But let's go watch the rest of this game, the 4th quarter. We will switch this to a slow speed and jump to the end. I want to watch this game in the snow. We can't see the yardage markers. We can't see any of it, but you're really never going to get to see a snow game in Madden 25, and we're going to get one. I guess in Madden 26 we'll see a ton of snow games. But pass completed over to the outside. 2nd and 4 now with 1:52 left here. Still up 2 scores. I mean, if they go down and score quickly, they might still have it, but we've got our timeouts. They've got their timeouts, so you never know. Daniels bounce back, has to scramble out right, gets past, looks, throws it out of bounds. Could have ran for the first down, honestly, but doesn't do that. Throws it out of bounds instead, 3rd and 4. Doesn't waste any clock in case he got tackled in bounds. He could have definitely made it a little further. Daniels drops back, is going to look for a receiver, has to scramble around in the pocket, sees a lot of pressure. Van Ness and Gary. Gary gets... Dude, oh, that gets to just Gary. I thought that was going to be a combined sack by Gary and Van Ness. 4th and 12 for Jaden Daniels. He's going to have to drop back. Throws it deep. Finds his receiver who catches it. 1st down on the 11. 1 minute left here in the 4th. If they score, there's technically still an opportunity for Washington to come back here in the NFC title game. Go. Fake handoff. He does have a wide receiver open on the sideline, but he's just sitting there. Doesn't run. Should just run. Throws it away. I don't know why the computer does that, because he could have scored the touchdown. That was really stupid by the game. Really, if anything, by the game. Because he had a touchdown. He didn't take it because he didn't want to run past the line of scrimmage. Drops back. He's going to look for a receiver. Has a little check down over the middle. And see, this is why that's a mistake. Because if you were going to throw the ball short, you might as well have just ran it before then. 3rd and 4 on the 4 for the Commanders. They might be able to score here. They're going to drop back, look for a receiver. Now he's going to scramble in. He does score. 31-23 as the Commanders score the touchdown. They're going to kick the extra point here to go down 1 score. We're probably going to see an onside kick for the Commanders in the snow game with an opportunity to come back. They did go down and score pretty quickly, and they have 2 timeouts left. So onside kick for the Commanders. Kick it off. We do pick the ball up. Can we make sure not to fumble? We do not fumble. On the kickoff return team, Ross gets the ball. I don't even know who that is. He gets it. They have 2 timeouts, so technically we still do need to get probably, actually we don't need a first down. We just got to run it a couple times. Jacobs runs, gets tackled. Timeout number 1. Just can't fumble. Honestly, we could kneel it. We could kneel this one out. But I think we're going to run it again with Jacobs. Just don't fumble. We run the ball inside. He does come down, gets tackled. 70 yards on the day as Jordan Love is going to be able to kneel here in the snowy night in late January. The Green Bay Packers are going to their 3rd straight Super Bowl, defeating the Washington Commanders here today. It says they're going to kick the field goal, but we're not. They just had to put it out on the field. Oh, maybe we will. Don't know why we did that. But we made it. Oh, we missed it. It don't matter. We are NFC champions, going back to the Super Bowl. Jordan Love's going to celebrate in the snow as it falls on our team's face. We'll see what we can do if we have to take on the Buffalo Bills or if we have to take on the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl. And we did it. I mean, we made some mistakes, but it didn't matter. Our defense showed up today. They played well, and we were able to come away with the victory. Will we see Super Bowl number 3? Super Bowl 63, our third straight attempt at winning another Super Bowl. Can we make it 3 in a row? We have to take on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills for their first appearance in our 5 years of rebuilding, playing here in Miami of Hard Rock. Way different than playing in Lambeau like we just did. Another cold weather team. I think I had to look. The Buffalo Bills got on in a wild card. 8-9 this season they ended up being in order to make the playoffs. Actually, not a wild card. They were the title winner of the AFC East. That was pretty weak. We're 14-3. We cannot let another miracle happen. What a season it is for Buffalo football then, though, because that means that Buffalo, their college team, ended up making it to the college football championship game, and the Buffalo Bills made it to the Super Bowl despite being 8-9. Pass to James Cook brings them to the 45, 0-yard rush by Silas Peck. Another pass to Mike Graham for 5 yards. Another pass to Kincaid. They're going to be able to move. I mean, this is a team that should still have a very potent offense. The question is whether they'll be able to stop our offense, and if we can convert some turnovers. I mean, Rashawn Gary with a 5-yard sack. They're going to have to kick a field goal here, and they miss it. Nathaniel Vakos misses the field goal. We are going to be still tied 0-0. Incomplete, then a pass to Tucker Kraft for 12 yards, and sacked by Ed Oliver for a 4-yard loss. 3rd and 11 after the rush, and a first down after the pass to Matthew Golden. Another pass to Reed. We still have a very good passing attack between our top 2 receivers. Pass knocked away by Joey Bosa, and then another first down. Every time we fall to 3rd and 10, it doesn't matter. Tucker Kraft with a touchdown to take the lead here in Super Bowl 63. So, Buffalo has never been able to win a Super Bowl because they haven't won one in this sim, and this is generally where you do see them kind of dominate in the future. Though they haven't been able to do it, and this is the first time they've been back since the 1990s. Negative 2 yards for Silas Peck makes it 3rd and 10. They do get the first down to Mike Graham. So, we are really in a position where I think we could overpower them offensively. We have just a better offensive attack than them, and we are the better team, but you never know. Josh Allen is still Josh Allen. He's still an MVP caliber quarterback, and so at any point they could go down and beat us, and Love could make mistakes. He is not infallible, as we saw in the NFC Championship game, but a big sack by Edgerrin Cooper is going to make it 4th and 11. 2 failed conversions for touchdowns when they got to the red zone. This time they at least make the field goal. So we will get the ball here, up 7-3 with 10 minutes left in the second. Couple good plays there by, Josh Jacobs getting there, and another 3rd and 7. But a 4th and 7 after the pass is dropped by Brown. We're going to have to, penalty against Campbell. I think that actually is going to be on the kickoff, so they're going to start on the 4. But negative 3-yard rush brings them down to the 3, 3rd and 12, a 4th and 14 after the negative rush, 1-yard line. They're going to have to punt it back to us here. So, 8-yard catch by Tucker Kraft is going to get us over the line with another pass to Kraft. It's going to get us another move, another first down for Matthew Golden. And a touchdown for De'Ami Brown. We're going to go up 13-3, make that 14. Younghoe Koo kicks the extra point, and we have the lead, 14-3. Now, can the Bills respond? They're going to get a penalty. They're kind of undisciplined team. They're young. They do have Josh Allen, but the rest of the team seems to be a lot of young players that we haven't seen a lot from. But they're marching down the field. They have Josh Allen. 2-minute warning here in the first half. Pass to Parker Washington gets him to the 12. Incomplete after the pass is thrown away by Allen. But 11 yards to get them to the 1-yard line. Sack by Quay Walker makes it down to the 6. But they still get the touchdown to Josh Palmer to go down 14-10 with 35 seconds left. Can we get ourselves in a field goal range with a few passes from Love? Pass to Brown. Nope. We didn't take advantage of our timeouts at all. 14-10. We should have tried to do something there on that drive with our offense being as potent as it is. Anyways, we're going to start the ball in the second half with it, and second half of the game with the ball. We do get sacked for 9 yards. 2nd and 19, another negative yard rush. 3rd and 22, 7-yard rush for Love. We're going to have to punt the ball back to the Bills. Not a good momentum swing for us here. It seems that the Bills are going to take a little bit of the momentum from us. after really reason why I think we should have went for it there in the end of that first half, because you can't let Josh Allen stay in a game. If you do, he is one of the best playoff quarterbacks we've ever seen, and he is marching down the field. It's small passes, but he doesn't have big weapons. He just needs to make quick, good plays to his young receivers. It doesn't matter. 26-yard touchdown to Mike Graham. The Bills are going to take the lead here in the third. We are now down. Josh Jacobs with a 2-yard rush. Another 3-yard rush for Josh Jacobs. Wake up, guys. Matthew Golden, 9-yard catch. 8-yard rush for Josh Jacobs. 4-yard rush for Josh Jacobs. 4-yard rush for Jacobs makes it 2nd and 6. Okay. Jacobs is playing well. End of the third. We are down 14-17. Javonte Williams with 4 yards. 3 yards for Golden. 1st and goal on the 3 after the 28-yard pass to Jaden Reed, and a 3-yard rush for Brashard Smith is going to give us the lead back 21-17. Okay, so we ran the ball a lot there, ended up coming away with the lead after the rushing attack. Can we get a stop here against the Bills? 3rd and 2. Another rush by Josh Allen is going to make a first down, and they're going to respond the same way. Penalty against their center, 1st and 20, but a 15-yard pass is going to nullify that right away. 2nd and 5 and a 1st and 10 with 11 minutes left. Pass thrown away to make it 2nd and 10. Incomplete makes it 3rd and 10. But a 45-yard touchdown pass. That's ridiculous. With the secondary investment that we have, the big plays shouldn't happen, and that's just a failure on our defense to make that happen. Jordan Love, pass thrown away. 10 minutes left in the third. Sacked by Kerry Selby, makes it 3rd and 14. And only a pass to Matthew Golden for 8 yards. Going to make us punt it back to Buffalo. They have the lead. They have all the momentum in the world. 3rd and 6. They only get 5 yards. They get a punt? Okay, they do punt. 7 minutes for us to go down and score. Pass to Brashard Smith for 10. 1-yard rush gets the first down. Pass knocked away by Taylor Rapp. 2nd and 10. Negative 3 yards for Josh Jacobs. Make it 3rd and 13. 12-yard pass to Jaden Reed is not enough. Go for it, please. But we punt it. 5 minutes left. Can we stop Buffalo again? 1-yard rush for Silas Peck. 1st and 10 after the pass to Josh Palmer. Is that a pick? Interception by Matt Bartow. We have the ball back. 1st and 10 on the 47. 7-yard pass to Tucker Kraft makes it 2nd and 3. 7-yard rush for Josh Jacobs. 2.5 minutes left in this one. 2nd and 4 as Jordan Love gets there. This is going to be the 2-minute warning. We have to do it. We are going to switch this to slow. We are down here by 3 with 2 minutes left. Let's go to the end of the game and see what happens. Can we go down and score? That interception by Josh Allen might have turned the tide. Jordan Love dropping back. 1st down. Throws it over. Gets the pass to, I think that's De'Ami Brown, I believe. 2nd and 3. Drops back, fakes the run over to Jacobs. Runs forward, is going to get the first down, is going to get in the end zone. Jordan Love dives into the end zone. The Green Bay Packers take the lead with 1:20 left here in Super Bowl 62. Jordan Love's diving play is going to give us the lead right back. Supplemented by Matt Bartow's interception. I don't know if we get to this point without it. And what a play by Jordan Love to make the read to run in to the end zone. We will kick the extra point to go up 4. If Younghoe Koo can make it. He can. We are up 4. What can Buffalo do and Josh Allen do to respond? We're going to watch here at the end and see if Josh Allen can respond to take it back. They're going to kick the ball off first. See what they do on the kick return. Get the tackle down to the 22. All right. Josh Allen and the Bills offense are going to come out there. Parker Washington's had a great day for them. But the interception was big by Matt Bartow. It's going to change everything if we can get this stop. All of this is on him. No more miracles. That's what I'm asking for. Josh Allen drops back, finds his receiver over the middle, does get the stop. Timeout, Buffalo. They have 2nd and 3 on the 29. They are going with 3 receivers on the right side, 1 back to the left of Allen. Throws the little check down, gets the first down. Big tackle, makes another timeout. They're down to the 37. Matt Graham does get there. Okay, Allen with 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the 37. Going to have Cook go out wide. He drops back, looks for a receiver, finds one. He catches it absolutely mosses number 37. I don't even know who that is. That might be Hobbs. I have no idea, but that's huge. They have it. Didn't have to call a timeout. Throw it over to Cook. Is he going to get out of bounds? He is. Okay, 38 seconds left. They're down to the 43. That receiver just mossed our corner. I'll have to look at who 37 is. I don't know the numbers of our players on this team at this point. Okay, 38 seconds left in the Super Bowl. Josh Allen drops back. Looks for a man. Runs out wide. Is going to have to run. Gets hit. Doesn't get any yardage. They're going to have to call a timeout. No, we do. Because Rashawn Gary just separated his shoulder. We no longer have Rashawn Gary. Come on, Gary. You couldn't tough through that? That timeout could change everything. 3rd and 9. Drops back. Allen looks for a man. Has to scramble left. Is going to run for it. Is going to keep running. Finds his way through the field. All the way down to the 16. They call timeout. 22 seconds left. From the 16-yard line, the Buffalo Bills have probably 2 shots to score. Drops back. Finds his receiver. Throws it out of bounds actually right away. Doesn't find anybody. Should be intentional grounding, really. But on the 16-yard line, Allen is going 5 wide with the Bills. Can our dominant secondary be able to stop him? He's going to roll out left. He gets sacked. He gets sacked by the replacement. Braden Summers gets the sack. Gary went down. We get it. We win 3 straight Super Bowls here in Green Bay. We take down the Buffalo Bills. Put another ring on the finger. This is the first three-peat. I don't even remember the last time it would have happened. We end up three-peating here in the NFL. Jordan Love gets his 3rd ring. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time at this point. We are going to hold up the trophy again, but really, all of the credit goes to Matt Bartow for picking off Josh Allen, because if he didn't do that, we wouldn't have even been in the place to do this and score. Josh Allen did a lot there to try to make the game back, but getting sacked by Braden Summers there at the end was enough to stop it entirely. We win another Super Bowl. Who is 37? I can't see, the hair is in the way. I'll have to check again. But what a big end of game sack, and Jordan Love's diving touchdown is going to go down in the history books. I'd say if anything, he gets the last laugh. 37 was Matt Bartow. We end up winning a 3rd straight Super Bowl. Jordan Love, another Super Bowl MVP. This year's MVP, J.J. McCarthy. Coach of the Year, Dan Quinn of the Commanders. OPOY, Lamar Jackson for his 22 rushing touchdowns. Aiden Hutchinson wins DPOY. Rookie of the Year goes to Jerry Dotson of the Jets and Grant Myers of the Chiefs. If we take a look at the last 3 years, that means we have now beat the Bills, beat the Broncos, and beat the Texans. I think we have a shot to go for another, but man, we are going to be in budgetary hell because we have we're $17 million in the hole right now, and I haven't restructured contracts to re-sign people. So I'll see what I can do. Around the time the Super Bowl's over, which is around the trade deadline, we are 39-12, and the Spurs are 40-12. So we're basically the same. I mean, we kind of talked about it a little bit. So they are a top-heavy team, or I guess not top-heavy. I also saw that they made the move I didn't and got Mikal Bridges. That was a trade that I considered. We went for Hunter. They went for Bridges. We'll see who ends up winning because we both basically did the same thing. Went and got a big defensive wing from a team that was, right on the edge, and I think ours is better, but our team is just better in general. So it's still going to be a duel. Get ready for it. I guess Memphis is good. Thankfully, Woodruff retired, so we don't have to pay him, which is good for us, because, I don't think we'd be in a position to be able to get anything. That means I think we're going to be sitting looking for pitcher number 5, and I don't think Mizorowski's it, and I don't necessarily know if any of our prospects are it. So I'm going to see if I can get a deal on some starting pitchers, and I want to grab a guy that I haven't gotten before. So I'm looking at Cutter Crawford and Ryan Pepio as two potential guys that I could get for a starting pitcher. I don't necessarily know if it's going to make sense to get either of them. Maybe we do just go with one of our guys, and if so, that's fine too. But I think, if anything, coming off of losing to the Miami Marlins, it wouldn't hurt to make a splash at starting pitcher. We are going to get rid of Jacob Mizorowski, though. I think maybe he'll be good, and I hope he is, but I don't trust it. And knowing that we need to kind of take our shot here, because I think a lot of our deals are expiring at the end of next year, I just got to make a move. And I'm going to go get some bullpen arms from the Marlins and give them a starting pitcher, because they're going to lose Cabrera, and they're going to lose... I don't think they lost Yuri Perez. I think they lost Garrett. So they're going to lose a lot of their guys this season. They have a lot of free agents after they made their World Series run. So let's give them a new starting pitcher who could be something, and we'll get some bullpen arms out of it. So I talked about David Fry on first base, and I think he could do that maybe against lefties. And that'll give us a position where we could still get a guy and a first baseman in Jonathan Aranda. And the reason I'm thinking of that is we have this Matt Shaw contract that we got a complete steal on, and I want to capitalize it, because I don't think I'm going to have him play, just because he can't play third for us because we have Valbuena. And if anything, if I was going to bring any other guy up, I'd probably bring up Luis Pena, another top prospect in the Brewers system, and just let him play. I mean, I don't really care, so why not? And we'll have Cutter Crawford as pitcher number 4, maybe 5 in our rotation. We did get 5 guys drafted out of the Wisconsin Badgers team, all defensive players this year. We had Ernest Willer Jr. from the 3rd round, Xavier Lucas from the 4th round, Sateki Wilcox in the 5th, Naziah Caravallo in the 6th, and Taylor Medina in the 7th. If we don't take advantage of the fact that we have a 99 overall tight end this year, I'm going to be very disappointed. Technically, our offense is better, probably because we have a 99 overall tight end. But I mean, it's up to Case and Love, really. He's got to do something crazy this year. I need to see production, and he just has not shown that to me. But I gotta believe in Love, Gotta believe in Love. We got good running backs. I think our wide receiver core is a little bit worse. It's way worse, honestly. But we've got tight ends. And as we go to our last NFL draft, I think a big thing to note is we were unable to bring back Josh Jacobs, Jeremiah Usukoromoa, and Kenny Clark, so as well as Evan Williams at free safety. So we don't have a running back. So actually, I guess technically we have Braylon Allen as our number 1 back next year. I'm thinking what that means is I don't need to take a guard, but I still might. I could take a wide receiver early, because I still need one of those. And then we also need a D tackle, and we need a running back. I might have to trade one of these picks for a running back, though, because I doubt I find a serviceable running back in the draft. We'll see what we can do. What a finagling of a deal. We're going to get Caleb Johnson, not for our first round pick, but for our second first round pick. So I'm still going to be able to make a draft pick here. I had to get rid of Nate Hobbs because he's the only one who I thought was, replaceable with while he was making money, essentially, to get a running back. So we have a running back for next year. Braylon Allen will be the 2. I still need a receiver and a D tackle and a left guard. And I think with our first round pick and our second and third, I should be able to get all of those positions. He's short, he's a slot receiver, but I think we'll be able to turn him into something as our wide receiver 3. Lane Hendricks is going to be coming to Green Bay with pick 18. Let's see what he is. Ranked 10th in true value with a hidden dev trait. So we hit on our first 2 picks, wide receiver Lane Hendricks, as well as left guard John Daly. Kind of got good on this one, but we had a lot of picks here, so a lot of depth, essentially. Players so I might be able to trade and combine with things. Essentially, I think my thought is that what we can do is we can turn this into something if I need to get stuff. I did trade a 3rd, 4th, and 2 5ths to get a D tackle from the Chargers. So we'll see next time what this team will be able to do. Going for 4 in a row. I doubt it'll be possible, but we invested into it. I think we've got a good shot. I didn't realize Pruitt turned into a superstar. Our 4th round wide receiver pick that we took last year. But hey, this is going to be the team going for number 4. I don't know if we're going to do it, but if we got a chance, as long as we got Jordan Love in the backfield. MVP number 4 for my GOAT, Giannis. 26.7, 10, 5, 1.7 steals, 1.6 blocks. Shooting 60% from the field this season. Gets an MVP under his belt. That's 4 now for him. Beating out Wembanyama. I'm so glad that team is so stacked that I think his numbers went down, whereas our team is stacked in a different way because we have role players on our team. Bob Fisher, that number 1 overall pick for the Nets, wins Rookie of the Year. Elijah Arenas wins Sixth Man of the Year for the Charlotte Hornets. Wembanyama, 22, 12, 4, 2, and 2.5. Was still a phenomenal year. Gets DPOY. Most improved is Azan Almanza of the New Orleans Pelicans. Cade Cunningham gets Clutch Player of the Year. And we win Coach of the Year, leading the way, 66 and 60. Oh, that could have been it too. One game. Maybe they gave it to us because we were the 1 seed over the Spurs. When we take a look at it, Giannis was first team All-NBA. Jokic was also Wembanyama, Ace Bailey, and Luka Doncic. And in second team, we have AJ, Cade Cunningham, Cooper Flag, Shea, and Jonas, second team again. Do we have any other defensive teams? Giannis was first team All-Defense. Nobody on second team All-Defense for us. And looks like there was rookie teams for once. We are going to be the 1 seed, probably. Yes, we are the 1 seed in the East. Can we take down San Antonio this year, or can somebody else do it for us, like Dallas did last time? Let's go take a look at how we did on the season. Giannis averaged 26 and 10 on the year. His numbers also went down because our team was better, but not as much down as Wembanyama's did. Jonas with 20 again, 20 and 9.8 this season as he got a lot of passing. I'm going to guess a lot of lobs up to Giannis. DeAndre Hunter had 16. Burries had 11. It looks like he got hurt. Naz Reid, 11 off the bench. Murray had 8, 7, 7, 5, 5, and 5 from, I guess, the rest of our roster, as we did get some production from the rest of them. Our best shooter, Giannis, 60%. We almost had Brown and Jonas hit over 50%. Do we have any big three-point shooters? Brown had 42.5. Murray, so we had 40% shooters from 3. And then free throw shooters, Jonas, 95%. Jokic wins the scoring title this year, averaging 31 and 12. What a year from Jokic this year. Didn't get an MVP for that, but I guess that team must not be that good if he was able to score that. Rebounding leader this year, Wembanyama with 12.2 boards per game. Assists leader, oh, so close. Jonas loses to Luka, 9.9 to 9.8. Steals leader, Asar Thompson with 2.1, as well as Edgecombe and Victor Wembanyama, and your blocks leader, Victor Wembanyama as well. Field goal percentage leader, Zion Williamson, averaged 61%, just beating out Giannis this year. 3-point percentage leader, Ochai Agbaji, 45%. If I kept him, maybe we would have had a league leader there. And your free throw percentage leader, Con Knuppel of the Philadelphia 76ers. So we will be taking on the Miami Heat in the first round as the 1 seed. Let's adjust our rotation there. And let's see. So we have Tyler Hero, Quentin Grimes, Jaime Jaquez. It's the same team with Q Grimes on this team. So let's see what we can... Did that say Solana's going to play in this one? Let me go check the coaching game plan. Okay, all right. If you want to play Solana, I guess if he's ready to go. I feel like you got to go Keegan Murray. Yeah, let's just swap. I'm not risking it. Keegan Murray put up a good year. We're going to swap with Saloon. I'm not going to play a guy who doesn't play all season in a playoff game. All right. So, game 1 of the playoffs against the Miami Heat. We win 127-123. Game 2, we win 135-132. Game 3, 122-115. The Heat defeat us there. What a close series this has been already. Game 4 in Miami. We take that one 136-103. I needed to say it so that way we could jinx it. 30 from Jonas, 29 from Giannis. What a high-scoring series, too. In Game 5, we win. We will be taking the Cleveland Cavaliers on next. They probably have the same team, but with no DeAndre Hunter. They have Jalen Tyson starting, so we took DeAndre Hunter and gave him a the third overall pick in the draft, and we'll see what they do with it. It's probably a guy coming off their bench. In game 1 of this series, can we take down Cleveland 133-80? What a game. We dominated this one across the board, winning by 53 over Cleveland. In game 2, we win once again 135-103. In game 3, they take that one 112-107. In game 4, we're going to win it going up 3-1. San Antonio has swept the Dallas and the Clippers on the other side. In game 5, we win, advancing to play Luka Doncic and the Chicago Bulls. They have Luka, Miles McBride, Ayo Dosunmu, Matas Bazelis, and Derek Queen. I'm going to guess they have more guys off their bench, too, that are probably pretty good if they were the 2 seed and made it this far. They took out Detroit and Atlanta on the way. San Antonio versus Memphis on the other side. If we do this, we will be advancing to the NBA Finals. Simulating Game 1. Chicago defeats us 115-98. Luka with 38. Oh, they have Oso on the bench, and Reed Shepherd on the bench, and Bobby Portis on the bench. Okay. So, we are down 1-0 in this game. Game 2. We take it back 110-78 against Luka. Luka versus Giannis. Game 3. They take Game 3, winning it 109 or 113-109, coming back at the end there. Triple-double from Luka. Giannis was unable to do the same, had a terrible game. Game 4. We are tied 2-2. San Antonio is up in their series. Giannis had a 29 game. I thought that this said Giannis in the beginning. 46 from Jakob Jonas. Game 5 here in Milwaukee. We win. We are up 3-2. The Spurs have swept their way to everything. We win this one by 3. 129-126, behind 50 from Jakob Jonas and 41 from Giannis. Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Herb Jones is injured, but we advance. Cooper Flagg as Western Conference Finals MVP, and Giannis as Eastern Conference Finals MVP, averaging 31-11 on his way there. That is going to make it Spurs-Bucks in the finals. Giannis versus Wembanyama. Let's just actually look at this. Oh my God, this team. Fox versus Jakob Jonas, Castle versus Burries, Cooper Flagg versus DeAndre Hunter, Holland versus Murray, and Giannis versus Wembanyama. I think we are definitely the underdogs in this one, despite being the higher seed and having championship experience. The Spurs do too. Game 1 against the Spurs. Spurs win 134-113. Giannis puts up 35, but Jakob Jonas does not show up in this game, fouls out right away, and that's going to put us in position to lose that one, as they just had a game. Game 2 against the Spurs. They win 121-103. Jakob Jonas, another bad game, 4 for 17. Let me go in. We're going to adjust some things in the coach game plan here, because this is rough. I'm going to switch. We're going to shorten this rotation. Going to give Naz Reid more minutes. Pat Will more minutes. Herb Jones is going to be out. I guess, is Burry's been good? He's been good in the playoffs. Hunter, he's been good in the playoffs. Murray has been terrible in the playoffs. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should go Salon. I'm going to go Salon. I don't know. All right. Going back to San Antonio. Can we take a game off them on the road? We cannot. They are up 3-0 on us. Giannis put up 31. Jakob Jonas only 22 in this one. Can we take them down? Wembanyama only put up 13 in this game, and they still win. Are we going to get swept by the Spurs? We are not. We win Game 4. 127. Jakob Jonas finally showed up. Game 5. We win again. It is now going to be 3-2 against the Spurs. Giannis put up 40. Jakob Jonas put up 22. Cooper Flagg had 19. Wembanyama only had 13. Game 6. We have tied it up. We have tied it up. We won Game 6. We are going to Game 7. Coming back down from 3-0. Let's see what we can do here. going into it. We shortened our rotation. Let's see what we have for Game 7 of the NBA Finals, trying to come back from down 3-0 against Victor Wembanyama. They are going to come out firing in the first. We got it in the second. We're going to make this a close one here. We're still down in this game. Oh, they're going to run away in the third. They run away in the third. What an anticlimactic finish to a 3-0 comeback. The Spurs defeat us. We are unable to win another championship here. Cooper Flag, Finals MVP. I mean, Giannis had 27. Jonas had 21. But I guess that's the fault of having role players when this team can put together a super team. And he didn't even play in Game 7. He was hurt. He wasn't even there. He got hurt and we lost. What a... no wonder we were coming back. Oh, what a disappointing way to go out. Okay. Well, we'll be back. Kind of a disappointing year all around. I mean, we had high expectations. It was championship or bust. And we failed in 3 of the 4 teams. I mean, the Badgers were kind of surprised that we even made it in. It was just a weak thing. But once again, we probably should have won a terrible college football playoff year where Vanderbilt was the national championship champions. The Brewers lost to a miracle team in the Miami Marlins. Luckily, the Packers pulled it out over the Bills. And we lost in Game 7 without Wembanyama to the San Antonio Spurs. Yeah, definitely not the year we wanted to see. So next year, we've put a lot of money into the pitching staff for the Brewers to try to improve for next year, hoping that Churio can stay healthy and we can be in a position to win that one. I'm hoping that the quarterback has developed enough in Case and Love with the Badgers for next season. We reinvested into a running back in Caleb Johnson to hopefully maintain the dominance of the Green Bay Packers. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the Bucks. I don't know how we're going to get past the Spurs. I have no idea. So, anyways, still a decent season. We ended up with a trophy. I just figured we could have done more. So, one more year left on the books. We'll see what Wisconsin can do in the last year. And we will see you next time in year 4, 2029.